Hello everyone.
Hello, Grandmaster.
We all have many loved ones, many good friends, and even good neighbors. Every parent wishes their children to be auspicious and smooth sailing in all aspects of their lives. Every child also wishes their seniors and parents to be auspicious, healthy, and long-lived. However, this is only a wish, and we can only solve a part of it. To have great auspiciousness, we can only pray for the Buddha's blessing and light, so that our wishes can be fulfilled. And we'll see more natural and human disasters happening. For example, we'll see extreme climate changes, such as extreme cold or extreme heat. Or we'll see big hurricanes, heavy rain, earthquakes, etc. These disasters will keep happening. After these unexpected disasters happened, in my heart, I've been praying to the all-compassionate Buddha. I pray for the Buddha to bless the people all over the world with happiness and peace, and allow everyone to have good health. Of course, this is my wish. Furthermore, it's a little selfish to say, I hope that Buddha will protect all the Buddhist disciples and all my Bodhi disciples, and bless them to be auspicious, healthy, and happy. May the Buddha light bless all those with karmic connection to be safely and smoothly walking on their life journey. After so many disasters and challenges, next you may face job loss, poverty, other difficulties, and even social crises. In fact, one person's power can't guarantee that we keep ourselves safe and auspicious. Therefore, we take advantage of this wonderful opportunity to pray to Buddha, to the all-compassionate medicine Buddha, to the all-compassionate Amitabha Buddha, and to the all-compassionate Guanyin Bodhisattva, for blessing all the karmic-connected people to be happy and auspicious. Turn calamity into auspiciousness. Turn illness into health, so that we can go through our lives in peace. In 2003, the all-compassionate Holy Guanyin Bodhisattva manifested her holy image in the sky above my home in Vancouver. I felt very lucky to have captured the image with my camera. I think this manifestation carries a very specific sacred meaning. All those who see this holy image will receive Bodhisattva's blessing and protection, and all those with karmic connection will be blessed with auspiciousness. From now on and in the far future, those who see this holy image will also receive the blessing. Let's take this chance in this chanting class to deliver our love and blessings to all our different loved ones. Most parents want to give their children money and a good education. I think the most important things to leave to them are auspicious energy and the message of being compassionate. I think it would be much better. Those are supreme treasures. And through this chanting class, let's express our love. Chant sincerely with your best and utmost sincerity. Pray for the blessing of Guanyin Bodhisattva upon our beloved ones. I think it's giving your beloved ones the most beautiful gift. Next, let's get ready to chant. During this chanting class, maybe it's the first time for many friends, and you'll feel unfamiliar. How to do this? For example, you may sit on a chair, the bed, floor, or carpet. Next to you, there shouldn't be any sharp things, in case you get sleepy and hurt yourself. Before chanting, you need to ensure the environment is safe. If you're sitting on a chair, the best chair is the one with arms and back. When you have your eyes closed and feel drowsy or sleepy, that chair can keep you safe. Of course, for the sake of safety, it's best to sit with a cushion or pad on the floor. On the back, it's good to put a pad as a support to the lower back. This way is much safer. Don't let your back, front or sides directly face the air conditioner's vent, or even if it's a fan blowing on you. It's easy for you to get sick. Some got paralyzed or a crooked face after being in the cold air just once. Some serious illness or after effects could happen. So you must stay away from it. Always avoid drafts in the place where you meditate. You may open the windows in the front and back for ventilation. It makes the house cooler. But when we're chanting in the meditative state, if the ventilation outlets are blowing toward us, our body will be harmed by the convection. You should know about this and stay away from it. Right. Also, regarding the clothes, it's better to wear loose and comfortable clothing. That can keep us warm. When we're calm and meditating, our body won't be as warm as when we're moving. So, we also need to protect our legs and waist. Everybody has their own way. You can bring a jacket and tie the sleeves around your waist, so that you can cover your waist to keep it warm. It's a very good way. The sound of chanting is not the louder, the better. If the sound is too loud, especially for those living in apartments, it's an annoyance to the neighbors. Since we're learning to be compassionate and gentle people, our actions and behaviors should not affect others. So, we should not chant too loudly. Sincerity is most important. Some may believe that sincerity means chanting loudly. That's not true, indeed. Even chanting in your heart can be very sincere. In a hospital, doctors and patients are around. You should keep quiet. You can chant sincerely in your heart. It doesn't mean you can only chant in your heart. You can chant in a lower voice. Of course, if you're living in a single-family house or big mansion, it's okay to chant aloud as long as you're not affecting the neighbors. But chanting too loudly will actually exhaust your energy. I just want to remind you of this. Sincerity is essential. Chanting should not be too loud. Regarding the details, say our sound level. If it can be heard beyond 3 meters, it's considered to be loud. If your voice can only be heard by those facing you within 1 meter, it's generally called the Bodhisattva chant. Chanting louder is called Vajra chant. Anyway, the Bodhisattva chant can be heard a meter away. The Bodhisattva chant also includes a kind of chant where only you can hear the words. The third type is heart chanting. You chant silently in your heart without making noise. These are the 3 sound levels in chanting. I hope you can remember them. Also, for some people, after chanting for a while, they'll enter into a dreamy state as if having dreams. They're actually falling asleep. I suggest that you better chant with your eyes open. If you close your eyes in a hot and quiet environment, it's easy to feel sleepy and fall asleep. So, chant with your eyes open. Even so, some may close their eyes after chanting for a while. Then, we use another method, chanting on knees. Kneeling to chant may cause pain on your knees. But because of the pain, you won't feel drowsy and fall asleep. And chanting itself should lead you to a semi-awake state, not a deep sleeping state. You can't be chanting in deep sleep. You're only sleeping. They are different. Or, I should say, you have to focus and can't fall asleep while chanting. So, you must be prepared for chanting and not sleeping. To prevent you from falling asleep, you can chant kneeling up straight. Also, chant with your eyes open. It would be better. Usually, your hands are put together when chanting. Right. Hands together at chest level. Chanting this way is more sincere. This is called body, speech, and mind are one. Body is my entire body. Speech is my chanting. Mind or consciousness, that's my spirit. Be one body. Speech and mind combine as one to chant. It brings the best effect. And during this chanting class, try to eat a vegetarian diet. Try not to eat meat. And don't overeat before coming to the class. After eating too much, you'll fall asleep easily. Even when listening to my teaching, you're sleeping. Some ask, Master, why do I fall asleep in your class? You've eaten too much. You'd be sleeping even if not in my class. So don't eat too much. All right, next, I'll chant with you.
世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无 南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨， 南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。 南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨， 世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无 观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南 菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世 音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观 世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨。南无 观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨， 南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨， 世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无
Rub your hands. Rub your face. Visualize that we're back to when we were 6. Very cute. Slightly pat your head. Visualize when patting your head. That dust and dirt is flying up. Now, pat your body. As you're patting, illnesses are disappearing. Wherever you pat, the illness there will disappear. Upon hearing me, some of you won't feel hungry. If you're not hungry, don't eat. But don't pretend. If you're hungry, you should eat. After my blessing. If you're not hungry, don't eat. Let your intestines and stomach take a break. This way, your body will discharge lots of toxins and sickness. Upon hearing my voice, illnesses will disappear. Headache, pain on the waist, legs, and internal organs disappeared. Even your other troubles also disappeared. Cherish and be grateful for what you have now. Be grateful. All illnesses disappear. We're back to the past. The point before we were born. We could have been a cloud. We might be the wind. We don't have anything. The joyful feeling you have now. Or troubles, or illnesses. All of it is your own imagination. Let's go back to the big time and space that we had imagined before. We're back to 500 years before we were born. There was no me. Each small particle of us was this beautiful nature. All the sufferings we have now are our own imagination. Let go of the idea of sufferings. Sufferings don't exist, indeed. Happiness doesn't exist either. It's our own imagination. Poverty and wealth don't exist either. It's our own imagination too. There's no beauty and ugliness. Suffering and not suffering don't exist at all. However, some people still take medicine for it. It's their own imagination. All those who enjoy sufferings or insist I'm in pain or enjoy saying I'm very happy or I'm so beautiful or I'm so smart and wise are imagining their feelings. To understand what I said, you can try to think the opposite way. It'll change your view immediately. If you don't learn this lesson, even if you're a king or queen, you'll live an awful, miserable life. The king and queen say, I own the world. I have everything I want. I'm so upset. Everybody can find a reason to cheat themselves. This is the suffering of all of us. It's coming from an unsettled heart. People don't cherish what they have. Or are too greedy. You can think on. Or look at the news about those who committed suicide. The poor said, I'm too poor to live. I want to die. Many celebrities, movie stars, and rich people also found a reason to commit suicide. Why? I don't get it. It's because they don't want to live properly. They don't cherish their loved ones. They don't respect the love of their family and friends. They're living in illusion and falsehood. We're back to 500 years ago. Is your lower back in pain? Does your head ache? Your heart? Did you have a breakup? You say, but I experience it now. Will your lower back still be in pain 100 years from now? Even the pain and illnesses are intentionally imagined by many people. Because I'm unhappy, so I feel lower back pain. Because I'm unhappy, my stomach aches. Because of one thought that I'm unhappy and I must have a stomachache. Your stomach hurts. Since I've worked too much and you haven't, my waist hurts. If I cherish all these beautiful and joyful kind connections, I'm willing to contribute. When I contribute and see you all are happy, I'm happy, and I won't have any pain. Even if I'm in pain, it's the pain of joy and not of sickness. There's a 20-year-old kid with pimples on his face. He wrote to me, "Master, I don't want to live. I have lots of pimples on my face. I'm in such pain. I don't want to live." If I was irresponsible, I could have said, "You die then." People here that would curse me. I can't say that. But do you know that many people have been injured in fires, and their faces are burned and totally changed? It's worse than ghosts. But they still have to live bravely, because they have an 80-year-old mom and 3 kids to raise. Their wives betrayed them. Their faces looked terrible, and so the wives abandoned them. They dare not die. They have to live bravely. They work hard every day to allow their kids go to university. They serve their mothers until their last day of life. They have never complained about being in pain. If you're still troubled by the pimples, you must wake up, kid. You have 4 healthy limbs, a wise and capable brain. You want to die because of your condition. But you have 2 loving parents, who give you more than enough money to spend. Thus, almost all of our troubles are created by ourselves. The reason is you're too greedy. You don't cherish the love from your loved ones. On the contrary, those who were injured live bravely and brilliantly. However, those who are educated and have smooth-sailing lives live like walking corpses without any creativity. The Buddha said, "Only troubles enlightened me." Use troubles well and will be enlightened. You'll be enlightened too. I hope you can clearly see this truth. You then have no illness, no suffering, no blind joy, and even no arrogance. You'll then be at ease and comfortable. I wish for us to obtain ease after chanting over these days. We see through all these and let go of them. The more you let go, the greater the ease. And you obtain the ultimate great comfort. Otherwise, you've chanted for nothing. In front of Guanyin Bodhisattva are the 2 disciples, Shankai Tongzi and Dragon Girl. They both achieved Buddhahood instantly. They were people of the Buddha's time. When Shankai Tongzi was born, wherever there was a hole in his home, lots of jewelry popped out. There were endless treasures bestowed by heaven. It was from the immeasurable good deeds he did in his previous lifetime. Finally, he followed Guanyin Bodhisattva to cultivate with her. Having so many treasures bestowed by heaven, he still looked for teachers from which to learn thoroughly all the truths in the human world. Dragon Girl offers the treasure and achieves Buddhahood instantly. Little Dragon Girl was the daughter of the heavenly King Dragon. She offered the valuable glowing pearl to the Buddha, and instantly she achieved Buddhahood. It was an extraordinary cause and condition in this real case of instantly achieving Buddhahood. I hope after hearing what I said, you can also achieve enlightenment rapidly, because you can receive the all-compassionate Guanyin Bodhisattva's blessings. Today, I've told you so much. Maybe I should tell you all these. I wish for you to obtain great ease. That's all for today's class. I wish you auspiciousness,
Received.
physical and mental health.
Received.
Obtain great ease.
Received.
See you tomorrow at the same time.
Thank you, Grandmaster.
Now it's time for our closing exercise. Rub your palm until they're warm. Glide your palms over your face from chin to forehead to cheek without actually touching them. Rub your palms until they're warm. Part your fingers and firmly comb your hair from forehead to the back of the neck. Rub your palms. Pat your entire body from top to bottom. Pat your head firmly with relaxed wrists. Do it calmly. Pat your left shoulder. Then pat your right shoulder. Continue to pat your chest. Then pat your left armpit down to the side of your rib cage. Switch to the right. Pat your right armpit down to the side of your rib cage. Next, pat your abdomen with relaxed hands. Please stand up slowly. Pat down from the front of your thighs, knees, shins, ankles, and tops of your feet. Gently pat the lower back. Down to the buttocks. down to the back of your thighs, calves, ankles, and heels. Continue to pat the inside and outside of your legs. Start with your left leg. Relax your wrists and pat with slight force. Then pat your right leg. Continue to pat your arms. Start with your left arm. Then pat your right arm. After patting your entire body, rub your palms. Gently massage your whole body without actually touching it. Visualize that you are gently sweeping away the dust and worries. You are becoming healthy and happy. At the same time, think, I'm closing this meditation practice.
Today's class has successfully completed. See you tomorrow.
小的红点里，人生就此欢喜。我快乐了，我健康了，我幸福了，我美丽了。在茫茫人海之中，让我与你相遇。小小的红点里，人生变得神奇。我智慧了，我宽容了，我慈悲了，我自在了。因为有了你，生命变得更坚定，不忧忧无虑。因为有了你，日子不再有哭泣，不再有恐惧。我快乐了。